Hey everyone, it's Retro Looker, and today we're doing an unboxing video. Today we're unboxing something very special that I have been waiting for over a year for, and many of you would have as well. But it came, I want to say yesterday or the day before. It's now the weekend and I've got some time to do some unboxing videos. You've seen my other unboxing videos of stuff like this, so hopefully this one should be no different. Again, my setup has changed, I have changed. I've got many things here. I'm not filming on my PC. I've now had to reutilize that as a work computer, so I'm filming this on my phone, so it may be a little different than we're used to, but we're going to make do, because this is very special and I don't want to miss out on the opportunity to post on this, do an unboxing video of this, and show you guys what we've got here. So today we are unboxing the very special The Last of Us Part 2 Armored Clicker Figure. Now, this was released on The Last of Us Day 2023, I think. No, 2022 maybe. No, because I lived in this house when I pre-ordered it. It came out about a year ago. And Dark Horse, who make the statues, they released a pre-order of big boy clicker, 12-inch, 14-inch clicker, and it's a big clicker and it's in an action pose. And me and my girlfriend had a conversation about it, and I was like, I really want this statue, and she said, I totally agree, we should get it, and I really appreciate that. But this one is just an 8-inch clicker, and not only is this an 8-inch clicker, like we've got the Joel statue there. And you've seen the Abby and the Ellie versions of this big Dark Horse one as well. But they also do 8-inch versions of Ellie, Abby and Joel. And they're exactly the same statue. Like this Joel here is the same as this Joel here. Just this is 12 inches, this is 8 inches. This is very special because the clicker statue we're getting from Dark Horse said it's a big statue, it's in an action pose, a very clickery, running towards the Ellie pose. This one is different. This is not the same statue but smaller, and I like that. I like the uniqueness of that, because as much as I will always buy The Last of Us big statues, and I will buy the exact same statue in a smaller version just because it's The Last of Us, just because it's me, this one is different, and I like that. I would have enjoyed the clicker statue in a smaller version, but this one is different. This is an armored clicker, so this would have maybe been a Fedra agent, and they've got the knee pads on, they've got the bulletproof vest, that is why it's an armored clicker, and the pose is not very outstretched like the big statue. This pose is very T-Rex hands, very close to the body. And I like that. I like the statue. I like the look of it. And to be honest, when I pre-ordered the Dark Horse one, the big one, I knew that. I paid it up front. I knew it was going to be about a year. That is now on its way. It's not here yet, but it's on its way. It should be here any day now, over the next week or so. And when that comes, I'll be doing another unboxing video, very similar to this one, so I can show you what the big boy looks like, and possibly even what the comparison is like to this one, because they are so different. Now, I sat on this one for a while, and this is from a place called Infinity Collectibles. This is not a shop I've dealt with before, but I was just on Instagram stories, and this advert carried on coming up to pre-order your armored clicker statue today. And I carried on seeing it again and again and again, and I was like, there was a time and I had a lot of money, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to pre-order it. And I think it was about 70 British pounds. And to be honest, I was getting a little worried that it was a scam and that it would just never come, because I pre-ordered the 8-inch Ellie from Amazon originally. And it was about a year, since these things, and they actually cancelled the order as the time got closer, because when this one came out, the Ellie statues, COVID was going on, so there was a lot of delays due to COVID. So this one, I was getting a little worried that it was a scam. so I'm thankful it's not. So if you fancy getting one yourself, this is one from a place called Infinity Collectibles, but I'm pretty sure it's also available from places like Forbidden Planet, Amazon, and just Google Armored Clicker statue. But this is the box, and as we can see, it's very similar to the Joel and Abby boxes. The thing that annoyed me is the Ellie box was probably supposed to be a standalone. It's shorter, because Ellie's crouched down with her bow and arrow, or machete if you have the machete version as well. Whereas these two are the same height. This one doesn't quite fit. I assume this is the same height as the Joel and Abby. But yeah, the box itself, we can see better on the back. That is a cool clicker. I like that. I very much wanted to do a cosplay of a clicker, but I've not got round to building the cosplay yet. But that is really cool. Like, I like that. I like that it's not just a clicker. I like that it's an armoured clicker. And I hope one day, this Last of Us Day, because they've gone through all the main characters now. They've gone Joel, they've gone Ellie, they've gone Abby. I'm hoping next time we're maybe going to see a bloater, because that would be a very impressive statue, and I would absolutely look forward to buying that. But this one, just the level of detail on such a small statue, and I always say about these statues, the big boys, the 12, 14-inch statues, they retain so much detail because they're so much bigger. But these smaller ones, they're so much smaller that they sometimes lose a bit of this detail, and they're also a little harder to paint. So you lose that quality. But that is reflected in the price, and I don't mind that. So let's have enough of looking at the box, and let's get it out and have a look at it, shall we? Now, as usual with these things, I'm not opening it from the top. I am not breaking that top seal. I'm going to open it from the bottom. I don't know why I do it. I say it's to retain some collector's value or something, but I'm never going to sell this. I don't know why I say that stuff. Maybe it's just a thing I've always done. I've always opened things from the bottom to like retain that top seal. No one's looking at it. It's just me. I don't know why that's a thing for me. So it comes with this very nice backboard, as the others do, and this is obviously downtown Seattle, where we first meet the Seraphites, and all the ferns, you know what I mean, when Ellie gets the arrow in the shoulder, we first see how brutal the Seraphites can actually be. So as usual, this comes in our plastic little moulded thing to keep them from getting damaged during transit. Let's take this out of the box, shall we? There we go. Now let's have a look at the statue itself. As you can see, it's not massive. It is 8 inches, just like the Ellie and the Abby and the Joel. But as far as size goes, it is very like action figure size. And I will look at the things here that I always look at. We're going to look at build quality as far as the mold on the figure goes. We're going to look at painting. We're going to look at overall quality like that. So underneath, we have 2023 Sony Interactive, created and developed by Naughty Dog. Last of Us is registered trademark. Dark Horse is a registered trademark, made in China. Now, one of the things that I think annoyed me on, it may have been the Ellie statue. On the big statues, like the Last of Us 2 Collector's Edition Ellie statue, the Last of Us logo is actually extruded, and it's painted very well. This one is embossed, and I think on the Ellie statue they messed up the quality, and there was a little bleed outside of the letters, and it just took away that like level of professionalism that I'm so used to seeing from Dark Horse and Naughty Dog. But as you can see here, they've done a pretty good job, and I like that. I like these bases, they're always very cool. I like The Last of Us Part 2 around the bottom. It's like in the model viewer in the game where you can come in and turn it around. I really like that. So the base itself, now me and my girlfriend have had a look at this already, and we know what to expect. But, and I know a lot of people have complained about these models being flat, and what they mean by that is the painting. And for as impressive as the statue is, The bases always seem a little flat. They could almost do with a bit more texture or a bit more dry brushing or a bit more 3D. And I've actually thought about, obviously I'm an artist, I'm a Last of Us artist. I make a lot of things Last of Us. I've thought about going and jazzing this up a little and making it a little more 3D. Put some actual moss on there, some actual growth, some actual fungi, I think would. And even just a bit more dry brushing, maybe highlights on some of these rocks, a bit of black washing would also like really grunge it up a little as well. So the base, it's not a letdown, it's just for how impressive this is a little, and I get it, like it doesn't take away from it at all, it doesn't like, you don't want to be so much going on here that it makes this less impressive, but the Joel statue, the big one, his base is floorboards, like wooden floor. Abby's, I believe, is similar to this, and Ellie's is as well. I just feel like it could maybe have a bit more about it, the base. But the clicker itself, so we're going to look at the build quality right now. And the kind of things I look for in figures or models is, can you see the mould? Can you see the seam where they've pressed the two halves of the mould together? Can you see where they've glued the arms on? Can you see, has any glue seeped out? Has there been any quality control issues? And obviously each arm, okay, so the head is a piece. Each arm is a piece. The torso might be a piece. I can't tell. If they have, they've receded it into the body armor, so I can't quite tell on that one, but it might be, I'm pretty sure. And the legs are a piece, the boots are a piece, and the base is a piece. As for the seams, I can't see any seams on the body armor, so that's very good. I can see a seam on the arm, down the elbow there, but as I always say, and this is a phrase that we laugh about in my house and say quite often when referring to talking about collectibles, it's not first for figures. It's not first for figures quality. It's a £70 statue, and this is a £300 statue. So if that had seams on it, if that had quality control issues, because I know when they sent the Abbey out that they had a lot of issues with build quality and painting and how the statue fit together. Some were even broken, some people were constructing theirs and the parts just wouldn't fit. They had to send a lot of them back and pay for their mistake. It was quite costly. So I think they've learnt from that. The Joel I got was perfect. And this as well. If I was paying £300 for a big clicker model, so when the next one comes, I'm going to be looking, and I don't want to see seams and I don't want to see paint problems and anything like that. I want it to be perfect because I've spent a ton of money on it. But this, it was cheaper. I don't mind if there's seams. I just take note that they're there because we're looking from it from the front. We generally don't look at it from the side, and we're only looking at it from a quality control point of view to see on the build quality, but I don't mind them. So there's a seam down the arm. I can't see a seam on this arm. I can't see any seams on the head. That's cool. And I can see a seam on the pants just down here. And a seam on the back of the boot. No big deal. The attention to detail, not just in the painting and the mushrooms and everything like that, but the attention to detail in such a small model, they've gone to quite a lot of detail. Like in the little pleats in the jeans where they've like rocked up, and the rips here, the folds at the back of the laces on the boots even. Like for such a small model, and you can't really see there, but even the shoe print on the bottom of the shoe. Now I really like to see that because that is attention to detail. Because we don't see the bottom of the shoe. So it doesn't really need print on it. But they've done it anyway. Little rips, holes on the back of the bulletproof armour. I like that. There's also... Yeah, so I was just about to complain, but I don't need to. So he's wearing bulletproof armour. He's also wearing a t-shirt underneath the bulletproof armour. Now the t-shirt is the same colour as the bulletproof vest, so on the back I was going to complain that they'd not painted the skin, like the clicker skin colour through here, but it is the same colour as the t-shirt. You can see it poking out the bottom there, because there is a hole in his t-shirt and they have painted the clicker skin underneath. But the amount of growths on this guy, like, it's so cool, and the attention to detail, even the little veins on his arms there, and the face is fantastic, how small those teeth are, and it's all brilliant. Like, it's a fantastic model. I really like this, and if you get the chance to pick one up, like I said, I sat with this for a while and I was like, you know what, I'm going to treat myself. And everyone I've spoke to has not got this one. A lot of people are getting the large dark horse clicker, but nobody I spoke to has actually got this one. So it's definitely worthwhile, and it is a different model, a different pose and a different clicker than the large dark horse one. So if you can pick it up, I definitely would. It's a decent 10 out of 10 for me. Anything Last of Us is going to score really high for me. But I like it. I am happy to display that in my Last of Us collection. I hope that you all manage to pick this up one day, if not soon. And I'm really glad I have, and I hope this Last of Us Day coming up we get some more fantastic statues that we can all add to our collections. So that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you've enjoyed looking at the Armored Clicker 8-inch statue from Dark Horse and Naughty Dog for the first time, because this is why I wanted to get the video out so soon, because like I said, not many people have got this statue. A lot of people won't know it exists, so that is part of what we're doing here today. I'm showing you this exists and you should definitely go and buy it. And of course I'm not affiliated or making money from Infinity Collectibles, Dark Horse, Naughty Dog or PlayStation. So absolutely fantastic. It's a 10 out of 10. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you later.